So, for starters, this particular talk, I'm going to go through some of the nuts and bolts, but this is not a nuts and bolts talk. This is more of an awareness talk of what you can and can't, or what you want or not want to do. If you want the nuts and bolts, you're missing the PHP talk, which is the nuts and bolts, or the .NET talks that were earlier this week. So I'm going to show you primarily what's available to you, where you can find this information, but not necessarily exactly how to do it. So, for starters, let's go through a little bit of basics of where and how we got to where we are right now, what you really want to do. The bare minimum pain in the ass that everyone looks at and goes, we got, mobile was really, really hard. This is too hard to do within our website. It's because they are dealing with or thinking about the old WAP 1.0 protocols. Very, very, very dumb, didn't really let you do anything, but did allow you to present some information in a very simple approach, mainly because this protocol was designed around the old phones. You don't run across this very much, but I bring it up so that people are aware of it. You can write applications that work on the old flip phones and still interact with your web server and retrieve information like customer information or whatever you want to do. Customer information is like the most common. I want to look up this particular customer. So they're like, trying to get there. But hey, it works. 90% of all the phones out there that are not smartphones will support WAP 1.0. And it is a markup language, but it's a kind of funky markup language. It's extremely restrictive in the sense that it will only display text. It doesn't do images. If you want to send WAP-enabled web pages, do the very, very simple, I want this text and wrap it in a P tag or a list tag, and then rather than sending an HTTP context header of HTML plain, or plain/HTML, you send this. And the phone will render it accordingly. But you got to be aware, each one of those phones that support this, the really dumb old flip phones, their screen size are that big, that big, that big. I mean, you're very, very limited. This is the very, very outside basics of what you're going to be dealing with. Rather than doing the HTTP and then body tags, you're actually using XML and card tags. XML is the root, card is the body, and you can send multiple cards, which are really just combining multiple pages together into one send, so you don't have to constantly go back and forth between the server. And the only visual elements that you're going to be dealing with are the really, really, really simple ones. JavaScript, no style sheets, nothing pretty. If you have to send graphics and you can't guarantee the phone's going to support it, you send the graphics in the WBMP format, which is monochrome bitmap, black and white. But you really don't want to send graphics because most phones that support the WAP format aren't using the internet protocols. They're using